What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's hashtag anime nerdigan review is going to be for Berserk 2017, episodes 1 and 2, aka episodes 13 and 14. And before I get started, let me just reiterate how I do my anime nerdigan reviews, because they're a lot different than your average YouTuber. So basically, I have the manga in front of me while I'm watching the episode, and if there's like scene skipped, if there's dialogue skipped, or the context of said context of the dialogue is not what the intended is not the same as the dialogue of the manga, then I will call that shit out. And I'll definitely talk about the animation this time too. But anyways, let's get to this review. So basically, the arc that we're in right now for this season is the Hawk of the Millennium Empire arc, the Holy Evil War, and this episode starts at chapter 177 when the arc starts, and I have no complaints. There was a couple missed lines, but it's not going to bother me too much. The missed line that was there, that was skipped, was amongst the kids. It was right after the trees started laughing, and one of the kids said, "The wind, it has to be the wind." That was skipped, and I think that was it. I'm just checking my notes real fast. And no, that was the only thing skipped, was basically that line, and everything else was so perfect. It was perfect. It made me so happy that we finally have a manga to adaptation of fucking Berserk. It makes me happy. Even all the narration was there, and I know a lot of people are gonna say the animation fucking sucks, but it's a lot better than last year. And I gotta say, the style is very similar to the manga, and everything was creepy as shit. And I loved it. Like when we saw the monsters during the narration. Oh my god, it was awesome. And the demon and everything. It was goddamn fucking perfect. And then we had the opening song. The opening song is goddamn badass. I love the sequence for it. It's so perfect. I fucking love it. And then right after the opening sequence, that's usually when I've noticed lately, and I'll probably do a rant on this, that a lot of anime seems to just fuck up the manga adaptation. No! Not Berserk 2017! They actually had all the scenes from this chapter in here, and I'm very, very, very happy. Everything was there. It was so perfect. There was one, with the exception of one line that was skipped. Where is this? It was in regards to Casca. It was near the end of the chapter. She said, little girl said, I can't remember her name, sorry. "We can even all fix up the cave and make it more like a house so it's easier to live in." That was skipped. So 2 lines were skipped from this chapter, but everything else was perfect. We have narration. We have inner monologues. I'm so goddamn happy. This is what I want in my anime. It was so goddamn perfect. It's so perfect. And then for chapter 178, nothing was missing. Nothing was skipped. Yes, there were word changes. But they still fit the context of the dialogue, and that's in the manga. And oh my god, it is like I'm about to cry tears of joy, because this is what I wanted. This is what I want from every anime, is to adapt it like this. But the thing is, and this is what I read in an article on Anime News Network. And this is why I'm really excited about this anime this year, and you could tell, is Miura, aka the mangaka, he was on this project, and that's why, just in case you missed it, why the Berserk manga was on hiatus. And oh my god, you could so tell he was there in regards to like the style of shading, which is a lot better, and the fact that it's actually an adaptation of the manga. I'm so fucking happy. You have no idea. This is amazing. The only other anime thus far in this season that has managed to do that, basically, is My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia was basically perfect its season premiere. It was fucking perfect. This is I just can't believe perfect. It's exactly how it is in the manga. I'm so fucking happy that it's there. And then even the scene changes when it goes to 179. It's fucking perfect. Puck has his inner monologue. Guts has all his inner monologues. Yeah, they might be out of order, but it's not going to bother me too much. And, because this could have gone way bad. Ricketts has his inner monologues too, with the exception of one of them, which was cut. And I'm kind of annoyed at it because it's like you were doing so well. But this is what was cut from Ricketts. He was singing amazing. I can't tell what's going on, but his other all of Ricketts' other inner monologues are in here. Like this, and that's another problem I have with anime lately is that it's fucking bipolar about if it's going to have inner monologues or not. And yes, this one incident it was a little bit bipolar, but I will give it a pass because everything else is goddamn perfect. It makes me happy. Oh my god. There was another inner monologue that was skipped, and that was Guts. He's thinking he's trying to end this, but this whole fight is perfect. It matches the manga panel per panel, or I should say frame for frame. It matches it, and it is nice. This is what I wanted to see. Yeah, I wish the anime was like maybe Madhouse quality, but oh my god, this is, for the most part, this is what I wanted. This is what I want from my anime. I don't understand why more mangakas need to get involved in the anime like this. I swear to God, we need this. We need this more. Oh man. Damn it, anime, why did you skip this inner monologue? Or no, it didn't skip it. I'm sorry. I thought it skipped, but no, it didn't. But I thought it was Guts' monologue, but it's Ricketts' monologue. I got confused for a second in my notes. Sorry. But, oh my god. The inner monologues are here. We have them, except for like one. We have them. And Griffith looks so beautiful. Like, oh my god, he looks very angelic, which he's supposed to do. And we're even getting Griffith's inner monologues. This makes me happy. The infant that is shown in this anime is creepy as fuck. And yes, this is in the manga. But one thing, in the manga, it's on the right side of Griffith, and here it is not. It is on the left side. I know that's something, it's just the little things that, it's just like, but, oh my god. I'm so happy. You have no idea, I'm so happy. In chapter 179, because after, we get the cut, or like it should have been a dual shot between Guts and Griffith, but I'm not going to complain too much, but that's actually the end of chapter 179, and minus that inner monologue that wasn't there from Ricketts, it was fucking perfect. I'm blown away right now that Berserk is doing this. But again, Miura was a huge part of this. So he probably told the animator, or he told the people there, no, you are not fucking this up this time. We're not going to cut scenes. We're going to have it like panel per panel perfect. Oh my god. Minus those little things. But anyway, now we're getting into chapter 180. Damn, I didn't realize that, like, now that you look at the chapter, when you look at the chapters and look at, and watch the anime, you realize that, damn, the chapters are a lot shorter than you think they are. Anyway, let's see if 180 can keep up. Yes, the comedic facial expressions are here! Oh my god! And oh, it's so adorable too! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This anime is life right now! Oh my fucking god! I don't care that the animation isn't like Madhouse quality! I don't care about that CGI shit right now! This is perfect! It is so perfect! So chapter 180 and chapter 181 were perfectly adapted! Thank you, anime gods, for making this happen! Oh my god, even the faces, even Puck's face, all the facial expressions from chapter 181 were there. And it was perfect. And it makes me happy. I'm like practically crying tears of joy right now. This makes me so goddamn happy. No! Enemy! Why? You fucking skipped this shit and went straight into the fighting. So this was skipped. I got a feeling it might be in episode 2, but anyway. This was what was skipped in episode 1 in chapter 182, when Ricketts basically says you can't even stay just one night. Like I said, as long as we have these brands will just attract the dead and demon spirits, then you'll be in danger too. I and Erica, but still, I too. Don't abandon what you can't replace. Weren't those Godo's parting words? No. Why were you skipped? Why? And even this, and then Erica says, take care of Casca. You better be sure to look after her guts. And then there was this inner monologue. That was skipped. Snow. That's right. The time I left the band of Hawk, it was snow just like this. The day I quarreled with him was on a snowy hill like this. This time, I'm the one who was deserted. I told you once, I will get my own kingdom. You should have known. This is the man I am. You of all people. I won't leave you behind. I won't desert you anymore. This time, I won't lose you. I have a feeling, this might be in episode 2, but, like, it kind of ruined the flow for me. It really did. And it really frustrates me because you were doing so well, anime. You were fucking doing so well. And you skipped that scene, but I got a feeling it's going to be in episode 2. I wish that scene would have been in episode 1, though, because it would have worked with the flow of the events. But I guess I can understand. If it ends up being in episode 2, I will forgive it. I honestly will. So 182, there was shit skipped, and it kind of pisses me off that it was skipped, but I understand why they did it. It was because of time constraint for episode 1, but I really wish what they would have done was ended it right before the battle with the soldiers. It would have been a lot better for me if that's what happened, and then which was in the middle of 182, and have 182 start. But I understand why they ended it this way because of Griffith's appearance, but I would have liked to see it in order since everything else was in fucking order. Like, this episode I'll probably give like an 8 out of 10 because of that fucking shit in 182 that was skipped. I would have given this a 9 out of 10 if it wasn't for that. But anyway, let's get on to episode 2, which starts on chapter 183. Okay, now I'm mad because we basically had like little snippets of what chapter 184 and maybe a little bit from 185, and then everything else is fucking skipped. Like, what the fuck, guys? It just like skips all the Far East stuff and just goes straight to them on their journey, which is in chapter 1. It starts in the middle of chapter 187. Why did you do that? Oh my god. I'm telling you right now, I am not gonna read these chapters like I usually, or like, if they skipped a flat out whole chapter, why the fuck should, just go read the chapter to see what they skipped. They skipped all the fight with Griffith and everything, and they skipped the Farnese stuff, unless they're gonna put it in a little later, but, God! Just why did you do that? Episode 1 was perfect, and you are not starting off very well, episode 2. And you also cut out this inner monologue, from Guts. It was just a little thing. He was thinking, that's not really what I meant, but the Puck face is so cute. Oh my god, when he's explaining the shit about the elven homeland. Oh my god, it is so goddamn adorable, but why did you do this? Episode 1 was perfect, and episode 2 is like, fuck all this content. Let's just go straight into the journey. Fuck, that pisses me off so much. I take back what I said about you, Berserk anime. You fucking suck right now. But at least the shit that's manga canon is actually pretty good. So they cut some of the dialogue from the demon dog. This was really skipped. You can continue thinking of her, of this woman, even now, of her alone. Is she not is she not precious only because she's the wound Griffith left? Because you want to keep feeling that pain he caused you? She's a sacrifice, so you can she's a sacrifice, so you can continue longing for Griffith. That was skipped, but yeah, I'm just really mad right now. You have no idea. Okay, so now you go back a couple of chapters to 186, I think it is. Hold on a second, let me just check my notes here. Or is it 185? Hold on a second. I just gotta check my notes. Yes, so you went from 187, or like to the last half of 187, and jump back to chapter 185. Well, I guess it's better than skipping it. And of course, we didn't get to see them depart Ricketts' place, which is kind of really annoying. I'm hoping we'll get to see the rest of the battle scene that was skipped in chapter 184, but I don't fucking know at this point. I really don't. And some inner monologue was skipped. And the line here was... Or no, it wasn't even an inner monologue. It was a fucking line that was skipped. It's in the... no, you needn't worry. We can't afford cushion or the light. This is what was skipped. We can't afford cushion or the light to show up, so I will keep watch. And then Farnese says, and this is skipped, but... Who would be out in this snow? Come and warm yourself. I'll not have one who supplies my food collapsing. And then it goes into the full inner monologue to the flashback. And I am fine with, I don't even fucking know. I just don't even know. Like, this is just some bullshit. You skipped all this content in 184 unless you're gonna bring it back later in the episode, but still, that's still gonna piss me the fuck off because it should have been, like, at the beginning of the fucking episode. It's like, ugh. Ugh. Why are you doing this? Anime, you were doing so well! There was a line that was skipped before the flashback that should have been there, which was cold and hunger call forth that childhood day, and the kids that were beating him up were supposed to say beat it and fucking laugh, and that's not there. And a couple of lines were missed after he was beaten up, which was, from now on, we're the ones who say who gets food around here. Runs like you don't get a share, now get lost. That was skipped. And also another beaten up was skipped. God, you little... Or no. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was wrong about it. Nope, it was skipped. I'm sorry. I thought I read this right, but my notes right, but I didn't. But he's getting beaten up again. Or where he's beating up John. And he's like, ugh, you little John. Stop. Yee. And this is the holy city, the capital where God dwells. The myriad towers aspire to praise God. The bells resound his glory. Here, everything exists for God, and all is up to him. For those with nothing, this city could prove to be a harsh place. This was skipped as well. In rotting hovel on the edge of said city, and this is before he met Farnese that we have this. I spent my youth together with it. A dim room at the rear of the second floor. Opening that door was always depressing. Emaciated to skin and bones by illness, it reminded the young me of death. I have your meal, mother, and all this. Where have you been while your mother suffers here so? My back aches. Rub it for me. Her protruding, twisted spine and ribs made her seem like some strange monster. How'd you get those bruises? I got into a fight with the boys in town. You are an aristocrat. Fighting with commoners is absurd. You must have pride. You alone are my only hope. You alone are my hope. Someday your father will come for us. You must have the pride of an aristocrat, so you don't disappoint him when that day comes. You mustn't get too excited, mother. You will suffer another coughing spell. I give this to you. Have pride. She repeated that deliriously like some mantra. Apparently long ago she worked as a maid in a certain nobleman's house. Carry it with you always. Perhaps one day it will prove your claim. So I am the bastard son of a nobleman. Mother clung to her sweet memories and lived vicariously by burdening me with her dream. It seems she couldn't imagine how in the world a child, not even 10, had to manage to support himself on and his mother on her sickbed. So all this shit is skipped. All this shit is fucking skipped. It's really fucking ridiculous how all this shit is skipped of this flashback. And the kids come to beat him up again. You owe my brother one for yesterday. Every day mother forced me to bear more pride than I ever could. Beat him half to death. And every day the city robbed me of that pride completely. Before I knew, I lost all expression and no longer felt anything. I can't move. At this rate, I'll be buried in the snow. Maybe that's just as well. Might be easier. And then Farnice's, we don't see this either. Stop the carriage, my lady. I knew at a glance, aristocrat. The word was a curse to me. What gazed down on me was unlike myself, no imposter, a genuine daughter of nobility, perfect from her head to toes. And that was all fucking skipped. That was all goddamn skipped. I don't understand why this was skipped, but it was fucking skipped. And it's really annoying. Fuck you, episode 2. You really are pissing me off right now. This was skipped as well, with the servants and Farnice. My lady, we shall see to him. No, you shall not. I will look after this boy. All of you may leave. So she thinks she found a wounded puppy or something. And then it's all correct. And at the same time, except for the inner monologue still gone. At the time, it was beyond my ability to fathom. But thanks to that, I was able to find unexpected employment. I'm getting really annoyed because the first episode had everything, all the inner monologues and shit, and you don't this episode. Episode 2, you fucking suck. You really goddamn suck. And he also said this: now I'd be liberated from this melancholy monster. I would be lying if I said it didn't lift my heart. And also this line was skipped. I was so, after, what is the name? I was so excited to, I failed to ask. And this was the inner monologue continues. Although hearing what she said, I became aware of my sin, which is kind of fucking important. Come on. Fuck. This is getting ridiculous. Episode 2, you prove to me why I can't fucking stand anime. I honestly am saying this right now. Like, you are so goddamn bipolar on if you're gonna have an inner monologue or now, or fuck, this is more like narration. You're being bipolar about this shit, and you're also skipping shit as well as putting scenes in places that it shouldn't be in. So like when Lady Farnice, says this was skipped. Starting today, you're my personal page. Yeah, that was skipped. Or that was basically skipped. You are, but this wasn't. This was after Lady Farnice cleaned him up. You are to obey me. Absolutely, serve me well. Yes, Lady Farnice, that's correct. I was released from those abominable days, and with that in mind, I was able to brook the somewhat unreasonable commands of my new mistress. And then it goes back to the manga canon, and it's with the maids, and it's actually correct. And here's the thing that's interesting. Yeah, they didn't have the narration, but they still had the scenes, and that kind of is really annoying because I have to hold Berserk to a higher these episodes to a higher standard, especially you, episode 2, because episode 1 was amazing. except for like a couple of things, it was amazing. And this is not. This is not amazing. This is fucking ridiculous. Why aren't you following this panel for panel? Dumbass Berserk anime. Oh, and something that was skipped from one of the maids was you say you fell off a horse. You might have broken some bones. That was skipped. And this was skipped as well, and I was really hoping that we would get to see at least the statues. It says here, and this was what was skipped. The solemn statues looked down upon her, a grave and gloomy labyrinth. While there were dozens of servants employed, she would rarely pass even one of them. Something about it reminded me of the melancholy hovel in which which mother and I lived in, or not lived in, which mother and I lived. That was completely cut. Why? Why? This was skipped as well. When Lady Farnese is staring out the window, there's a line that was skipped. You will catch cold. And there was other, and here's the other shit that was skipped. And Farnese threw him off the fucking balcony. Maybe it was not mere pity and selfishness. Maybe we both sense the same scent upon one another. Why would you skipped? You're getting rid of some of the comedy. Like, on the bright side of things, I will say this for Berserk anime, you guys are doing Puck's facial expressions perfectly. I love you, Puck facial expressions. And then it goes on to say one stormy night, and then it's actually pretty much this scene is for the most part correct. This was skipped. This little line was skipped as well. Lady Farnese, it is all right, and this is after Farnese freaked out about the thunder. And this monologue was completely cut off. So, first of all, the line "Where are you?" was cut off, and also, oh no, the window was cut off as well. Yeah, it was Lady Farnese, where are you? And then he said this. There in the storm, she was dancing in circles, crying out in a queer voice that was neither nor scream nor laugh. Something ghastly compelled her. And then the rest of the scene was pretty much right, with the exception of it was this abnormal behavior that repulsed the people around her. One time she led me into the woods behind the mansion. There deep in the forest existed a tiny clearing. Suddenly I realized that scattered around us were what looked like the bones of small animals. And then Lady Farnese says, fetch me some twigs. This small bird just recently Lady Farnese had been doting upon it. Lady Farnese, it wouldn't become attached to me at all. For but a moment it fluttered furiously and cried out, then before long fell into silence. This is my crematory, my holy altar. I burn all the bad ones here. Yes, where is this? This shit is disturbing, and it makes the Berserk is disturbing. Anyway, she spoke absorbedly, her smile illuminated by the flames. That story about the burned serpent wasn't a lie. It was as if in doing this she intended to frighten people and drive them away. But then why? The plaza overlooked by Lady Farnese's bedroom, it was used for stake burnings during the height of an inquisition. I heard that when she was younger, she went out and threw torches personally. I suppose she was alone in the darkness, lit only through the windows by the flickering flames. And then we get back to the manga canon. But yeah, a lot of fucking shit is skipped. Even when it's supposed to be manga canon, it's skipped. And then this was skipped as well. She is afraid of being left all alone in this vast prison. And she's afraid, so she injures them. She is afraid, so she estranges them. She is afraid, so she is desperate to be the one who is feared. Before a child can before a child can ever grasp for happiness, he must bury that part of himself, adapting to reality. However, before long, his true self vanishes as the snow piles up in the labyrinth. One time, I was halted by the master of the castle. This was the narration keeps getting skipped, and it's very annoying. I thought he would accuse me of stealing it. And also this was skipped. It contained an inlaid picture of my young mother and father. Thus, I came to meet him. And this is skipped too. there was nothing especially moving about it for me. It was rather underwhelming. However, the truth that Lady Farnese was my younger half sister shook me more than a little, which is really, really weird. It is. This was skipped as well, but the Lord Vandermillion said this, and even though it was narrated, but whatever, it's fine as long as it was said. But this was skipped. If I promised to protect the secret henceforth, I would be granted a title of nobility, and my circumstances would be dealt with in an appropriate fashion. And then after the Lord says, responds in time, a polite dismissal was... Hold on a second. Let me make sure that I'm in the right part of my notes. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. He did say it was a polite dismissal, or narrate that. So... yeah, this is just a fucking problem that I have with anime, where it's like this. It's annoying as shit. This was skipped as well. When his mother said, it is God's guidance, that was skipped. I accepted father's conditions. I hope to remain in this mansion. Very well. Honestly, I'm quite at a loss as concerns Farnese. She feigns innocence before me. But I hear from those inside the mansion... from those in the mansion that their lives have been made much easier since you became her companion. That was what the father who saw her only once all year said shamelessly. We do not have the power now to melt the snow that lies thick about us. Perhaps we wanted merely to feel the warmth in each other, a warmth we had in common. So that was a part of 185 that was skipped. Now we're getting to, and it just basically skips into 186, which this, of course, is skipped. Time passed within the labyrinth. The two saplings beneath the snowy drift became bent and entwined as they grew. And without their knowledge, trees began to extend their branches beyond their miniature garden, bearing curious fruit. So, yeah, that was skipped, too. Like, this really sucks, because Tropico's lines his narration keeps getting skipped, and it's very annoying, and I'm gonna fucking read it, but whatever. Since when was it, that despite her bent shape, Lady Farnese had, came to have feelings for me, beyond those of a mistress, for her servant? Maybe that was a natural thing, rather, for the two, raised in the cradle of the little garden. And this was skipped as well. When I was a child in this city, I was taught to the point of revulsion that retribution is foolishness that incurs only retribution. This is the best way to preserve Lady Farnese's honor without sowing discord. That year in the holy city, I often caught sight of waifs. Mother's condition progressed, and I had to send her to a sanitarium. She no longer even knew who I was. Ah, dear husband, I've been waiting for you. It's really sad. The cervity had vanished from her face. In the end, father never came once to see her, gazing away at a dream. In time she came to live within that dream, this must have relieved her. The master of the house came back after several years, and then we get back to the actual canon. This was skipped as well. But so soon? You object. I'm doing this for your sake, Farnese. I've heard tell every time you go to a ball, a duel ensues. It seems that I have not intervened enough in the life of my only daughter. Being 16, you must assume the dignity of a lady. And then everything is, the rest of the conversation is correct with Farnese and her father. This was skipped as well. Curious fruit left to be raised by another, but when it is ripe, the one who picks it is the owner of the forest. And yes, Farnese does get naked. She does. She can get naked. Or she does get naked in front of her half-brother, which is just really weird. This was skipped as well. One of the mansion's houses burned down in the fire. This was skipped as well. But ever since that day, or hold on a second. First of all, it was a monastery, and that didn't get, that was kind of fucked up. Anyway, the other thing that was skipped was on the master's orders, I was sent as well to learn about the world and to observe her. Undesignedly, her wish had come true. But ever since that day, there was no longer anything between Lady Farnese and myself but a mistress-servant relationship. And days were spent in tranquil dialogue with God. But the Vandeman name did not long afford her such leisure. This was skipped as well. Oh, how gallant. It is tradition that the leader of the Holy Iron Chain Knights be a lady. But how grand for it to be the daughter of the glorious Vandemon family. Neon family. We entrust you to this duty. Your vice commander, Azan, will see to all practical matters, so you need not worry. You should find... Wait. You should find you may ask him many things regarding a knight's frame of mind. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Then, by chance, that winter, rampant heretics began setting fires to temples and mansions of the nobility. Even the Holy Iron Chain Knights, who were primarily ceremonial guards, were sent to compulsorily capture and suppress the heretics. That rundown building, all forces charge, and then it goes back to the manga canon. That was the anime goes back to the manga canon. There's a lot of shit skipped. Why are you skipping so much shit, manga? Like, this is fucking retarded. There we go. Lady Farnessa's expression illuminated by the flames. It was, the one from that time. Flames, they scorched her heart, the fundament of her childhood. Perhaps Lady Farnese had found the place she belonged. Heretics, they weren't devil worshippers. They were members of a heretical sect. They protested against the wealth of the world being monopolized by the church and nobility. They preached all are equal in the eyes of God. It was denounced as heresy by the Holy See. The oppression against those who threatened their social status and authority reached the extremes of violence. And if even one relative was exposed as a heretic, an entire family would be coerced out into a trial. In reality, it meant an entire family wiped out. Nearly all those who were arrested were poor citizens and poor third-class citizens who lacked even their daily bread. They were who I once was, but no gruesome spectacle I witnessed could manage to shake my heart until then. And then, also this was skipped. Why is she here? This is some kind of mistake. I mean, Mother. Oh, well, no, that was there, actually. About Mother no longer understanding anything. Yeah, that was there. Anyway, that was correct. Let's see if Berserk fucks up any more shit. This was skipped as well. Is it my fault? Is it because I left you all alone in that house? It's so annoying that Serpico's narration is fucking skipped. It's really annoying / inner monologues. But was not your wish fulfilled thanks to that decision? I chanced to meet Father and join the peerage as you wished. And of course, the mother didn't get to say, "Oh, dear husband, have you been despondent nonetheless since? Isolated, clinging to God while living in your dream world?" Hold on a second. All this is goddamn skipped and it's annoying. I hated you. I sometimes wished for your death so I might escape your yoke. Is that the reason? Has our son been of use to you? He has not done anything to disgrace the family name? Is this your revenge? And then the anime gets back to where the manga is. I'm getting really annoyed at you, episode 2. You fucking pissed me off. And this was cut out too. What did we bury and hide? That was skipped. God! Why are you doing this to me? You're being so bipolar, episode 2. Piece of shit. This was skipped too. The third winter since then, that mansion, that holy city is probably buried in snow again. We left that labyrinth. We never thought we would escape. And now we're beneath the sky of a long journey. Like, why are you skipping this? And this was skipped as well. Upon the snow, the footprints alone continue on. Like, 186, the adaptation of that really pissed me off. You cut off, like, you cut half the shit that was in the chapter. Like, why? Why did you do that? That's fucking ridiculous. Piece of crap anime. Like, I just don't get it. Like, episode 1 was just so perfect. Why are you doing this to me, episode 2? I hope that more episodes in the season, or the rest of the season's like episode 1. Seriously, make it like episode 1, please. So basically, the rest of chapter 186 is completely cut, and we go straight into chapter 188, which, oh my god, it looks so beautiful. Why couldn't you do it? It's so beautiful. It's so perfect. It's so perfect right now. But doing so well. But this was skipped. And this is with Puck and Guts. Or Puck said here she's stuck so close to you, sensing you've been protecting her since the Tower of Conviction, and now it's all ruined. Oh, sorry. Don't you worry over it? That was something the evil spirits compelled you to do? Can I really tell myself that? Desire this? That it wasn't me? But, and also, this is bad though. If it's like this at sunset, and then it's good. Ugh! Why do you keep skipping stuff? But this was skipped as well. This was Guts in our monologue. I was prepared. I knew a journey wouldn't be easy with the two of us branded. It's not just the rigors of travel. It goes far beyond a personal war, fighting to protect someone. And it's not just about completely protecting Casca, because my death will result in her death. I'm used to fighting to survive, but what grows worse daily is the pressure not to die. Have I ever before wielded a sword so heavy? I was prepared. But still, amongst everything, perhaps I was holding on to some indulgent hope. If we could somehow connect somehow. So far away. So, 188, besides, like, it was cut off. Like, a good chunk of the shit from 188 was cut. And that's really, really sad. And also, this, even the fucking start of 188 was cut. When was that? The last time she smiled. Fatigue is ruining me. I can barely protect her as she looks at me with distrust and animosity. My distrust of myself spurs on. Or sorry, I missed this. And my license to touch her with tenderness expires. My distrust of myself spurs on. I swore I'd stay near her, not abandon her. But she grows distant. So, like, this inner monologue that started at 187, the end of 187, or not 187, fuck, at 188, going into 189, was goddamn skipped. I don't know why. Maybe it was time constraints, but it was goddamn skipped. This was skipped as well. I was naive when I headed for the Tower of Conviction. I just hoped she was still alive and safe. That was all. When I got her back, I thought that was everything. I was too, even doing that, or sorry, wait, hold on a second. I was too naive. Even doing that, there's no way to make up for all the time I left her in the darkness. Or sorry, I'm fucking skipping shit myself. My God. Even doing that, there was no way to wipe away the years I'd left her behind. There's no way to make up for all the time I left her in the darkness. All the time spent wandering. All the time I left her there alone. I've become estranged to her. And then the start of the raping is getting there. Yeah, they're actually showing this rape. They're showing this fucking rape, and I'm really, really surprised by this, that they're showing this fucking rape right now. Because I didn't think they would. The rest of chapter 189 was fucking perfect. I love the animation for the demons. I fucking love it. And then we go into 190, and this was skipped. The demon saying shit was skipped as well, which I don't understand why. Where it's saying, yes, rip her to shreds, the way Griffith did. Bite and tear. She's a sacrifice. Bite and tear. Penetrate. She's a sacrifice. You must lose everything. Make everything food for your malice. And everything, that was all skipped. But everything, the visuals was there. Just the inner monologue wasn't there. And that's kind of annoying. And this was skipped as well. So, been a while, like Puck saying, so been a while, you survived? Then he's like with food in his mouth. Horse I did, and looking for you. Never thought you'd be here. Hollow. You dearth fever. He owes much. Eating, talking, or running. Gotta pick one. Not gonna happen. I'm being chased by scoundrels right now. Ain't the scoundrel being chased? lame brain. All I did was carry stuff out of kindness for some people I know. But when it comes to skinflints like them, oh, they're Serpico. Oh my god, and that was skipped. Why were you skipped? Hold on a second. And all this is skipped. So there are people whose charge for carrying luggage is the luggage. Oh, dumbass, I just thought I'd do a favor and teach some dumb aristocrats how harsh the world can be. Oh, you caught him. Good, cut his arm off at once, later for knees. Oh, you drop threats at the drop of a hat? It's why I can't stand nobility. You stole from nobility. Such punishment is, of course... Yahoo! Can you see me now? Lady Bernice. Nice one. So that's why I brought along some guests. And then there we go. And now the anime is back to the manga canon. But all this shit was skipped. And I know it was because of time constraints. But I gotta say, then why are you trying to put all this fucking content in here? At least take the time to make it good. Like, I just don't... Why can't you be like episode 1 where you were goddamn perfect? Is that too much to ask? And this was skipped as well. Chase like a snake, bite like a snapping turtle, and gnaw like a vulture. That's my motto. We've got a sick girl and a good for nothing. Give us a break. Where was Puck? I love Puck. He is my favorite character in this series, is Puck. Why did you skip Puck? You've been doing so well with Puck's, especially his expressions. I love Puck's expressions in this anime. I can't stress it enough. It is goddamn perfect. It makes me happy. And this was skipped as well. We lost some comedy here. Well, I don't know why, but that aside, it's deal time. Now you get to pay me back. Pay me back. You're gonna teach me the secrets of your sword fighting and the secrets, leaving nothing out. And soon, like now. So what about it, you two? And then we missed the Puck comedy. Then I formally recognize you as a disciple of Altavet's style. Why was this cut? Like, I love Puck. Like, why are you cutting out his shit? Why are you cutting out his comedic shit? And this was skipped as well. Yeah, watch out. They were about to hack my arm off earlier. That's because you're a criminal. Ferocious thief. First lesson, the 1,000 spikes strike. Why did you cut this? Ah! It's annoying. And then the rest of it is continued in the, it goes to the end of chapter 190, and it's perfect otherwise. So, episode 2, I really am fucking annoyed at you. You cut out so much content. I don't know why you're trying to cram all these, and that's another problem with manga to anime adaptations I have, is they're trying to cram all these chapters into one episode, especially ones with a lot of dialogue. But I'm really disappointed that, especially that they actually, for the most part, skipped the whole fucking chapter. I didn't understand that, but other than that, like, I can't complain too much. Like, I wish you were not bipolar and skipping all these narrations and inner monologues, especially for Serpico's story. That Serpico's story should have been an episode in itself, because that is a lot of good content there, and you fucking cut it. But whatever. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of these episodes. Episode 1 was perfect. Episode 2 had a lot of goddamn flaws, and I'm hoping the rest of the season's like episode 1. If the rest of the season is like episode 1, where everything is in order, we're not skipping content, then I'll be happy. I love Puck's facial expressions being used perfectly in this anime. It makes me happy, and I have to say, Tsukumomo, you fucked up by not doing that shit. Barely doing that shit. I hope Tsukumomo approves. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know you guys are gonna bitch about the animation. Go ahead and do that as well. The animation looks so much better. I will say that right now. Anyways, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion. There's a few ways you can do that. You can donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. And make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Follow my Twitch channel and friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.